3, 2, 1, action. Hey guys, welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about whatever we want. And today we have Pauly Shore here.
Pauly Shore was here. He just left. Sorry.
No, we locked the doors and you can't.
We're good.
He's
What's
a
up?
comedian, an actor. You know, I remember watching you in Biodome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were hilarious.
They want to do Biodome too.
What?
Yeah, they do.
Are you gonna do it?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll check it out.
Drop it here first.
We got to drop it here?
Yeah.
We got to film it first. Are you allowed to swear also?
Yes.
Yeah.
As much as you want.
Okay,
Whatever you want.
Yeah, sometimes
Fuck.
I have a potty mouth sometimes.
Please,
Oh, the guys they just did Bill and Ted's 2. You know Bill and Ted's?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Sequel? Yeah, so the same producer of that hit me up because I guess Bill and Ted's is owned by MGM. And so is Biodome. So they're like trying to figure it out. So we'll figure it out because I know a lot of people like Biodome.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
You just did a movie with my buddy Sam Macaroni.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met you briefly on the set there.
Oh wow.
Tell him you don't remember him at all.
No, he doesn't. He's
irrelevant.
He doesn't. You don't even have to do that, Gio. What the hell? I just pointed that
How do
out.
you know Sam?
I known him for years through YouTube.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me your name again.
Yes. Hell
I
yeah.
don't even think I got to introduce myself. You were covered in powder. I
Okay.
had just gotten like.
He's like, I remember the scene, but I don't remember you.
Yeah.
Bobby Lee was there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Bobby's my uncle, actually.
He is?
Yep.
That's cool.
He's always
Could be.
here.
Yeah.
He's what?
He's always here.
Is he?
Yeah, he comes on
You
the
know
show.
his father died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His father just
How
died.
is he your uncle?
No, I saw. Well, that's my grand uncle. I don't know anything about him. But I did see him post about his dad, and I didn't know it was like a memorial post.
You didn't read the caption?
You have to read the caption.
I just saw how weird his dad looked, and I'm, well, that's a weird looking guy, and I swiped it. I know it's fucked up.
What? He looks just like.
Oh, goddamn.
No, but I was just telling you my honest thoughts at that time. I don't want to censor myself.
I get it.
Yeah, because you're not a liar, right?
Bobby, I discovered Bobby.
Did you really?
Right, because he told us about the whole comedy store and
Yeah, because in La Jolla he worked at a place called, I think it was Brockton Villa, which was a little restaurant in La Jolla. And he worked there, and the first time I saw him was at the Comedy Store in La Jolla, and I was like, this guy's hilarious. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, he was hilarious, and then I took him under my wing, and then I brought him to see my mom, Mitzi Shore, owner of the Comedy Store, and she saw him in Vegas, and she fell in love with him, and that was it.
Damn.
How many comedy stores are there?
There's 2. Yeah, there's one in San Diego and then the one on.
Was this before Mad TV for Bobby?
Yeah, way before.
So you're the reason why he got on Mad TV?
I started. I did this for a lot of comedians. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of comedians have opened for me.
I mean, he says this out loud too. He says how much you've basically gave him that career, and like he has so much respect for your family.
Royalties from him though?
You should.
You should.
Yeah, you should call him up.
That's true.
Yeah.
Should be like a pyramid scam. So everything that he makes and every comic that they should like give to you.
I go to the Korean spa a lot. You know.
Which one? We Spa?
No, not We Spa. I don't like We Spa.
Oh, it's too mainstream.
This is more like an OG. Like I don't even to this day I don't know the name of it.
Yeah.
But I like literally go. I'm the only white person that has like a membership.
Oh,
The Korean
so it's
spa.
one of those.
Yeah.
It's real legit.
Yeah. So I see Bobby there all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So I get to see his little yellow monster.
I think we've all seen it.
He's shown us all his daily.
Yeah.
So he's in the movie Guest House as well that I just did. The movie should be out next year sometime.
Oh,
So I'm kind of excited about it.
Do you think you could discover me?
I'm discovering you right now.
When I first started doing stand-up, I
Do you do stand-up?
performed at the Comedy Store a couple times.
Stand-up? Right?
Not anymore,
Okay.
but I did perform in the Comedy Store a couple times. I don't know if you noticed anybody like me just killing the crowd,
Tell him how you got bumped up all the way to like 5 a.m. or whatever, like, and then you're just like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, so in the beginning I was doing
Comedy's gnarly, dude.
Yeah, I was doing all the
like the real deal, yeah.
the open mic nights, like Tuesday night, whatever, and there'd be like a guy that would book me and like, oh, you're pretty funny, let me bring you on Thursday or on a Friday or on a Saturday. And then they'll tell me my slot, okay, your slot's like 7 p.m. or whatever. And this is me coming from a YouTube. So I didn't really understand traditional like stand-up comedy. And I'm like, cool, and I bring all my friends out. And then I don't even go, like people from Wild 'N Out or like Dave Chappelle will drop by or whatever. And then my slot just keeps getting bumped.
Yeah.
And by the time I go up, I'm like, it's 11 p.m. All my friends are already gone. A really drunk crowd, and I'm like, damn, this is rough. I think I'm gonna stick to making videos online.
Easier to perform in front of a drunker crowd?
No, because they're belligerent. So like, you're trying to set up a joke, and then they're already like, he said
right in between, right in between, like your setup,
That still counts as a laugh. That's still a laugh.
Yeah, at least
To
they're
me.
laughing
To me.
instead of like saying something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did stand up too, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's fun. I did.
Do you wanna be discovered?
I'm not a stand-up though. I wouldn't call myself a stand-up. Like I did stand-up, but I would say I'm an improviser. Like that's what I did.
your
like,
bread and butter,
once
huh?
a week and nonstop and shit. But not stand-up. That's a whole nother animal.
It is a big animal.
Do you still do stand-up on a regular basis?
Of course.
Like every night type of thing? Or?
So you're going on tour.
I'm always
Or
on
you're
tour.
on tour.
Yeah, I'm always on tour. So, excuse me, I just ate an apple at the burp. One sec.
Go ahead and burp.
Shit.
That's a good
I
one.
hate to like speak. Yo, I'd hate to like speak and then all of a sudden the fucking apple pops out.
That burp felt like it came from your anus.
Maybe.
Apple burp
Fart out of your mouth.
Satisfying.
He was like,
Yeah, it's what I do. I always do it. So I was just in New York, and then I was in Virginia, Baltimore, and then where am I going next? Fuck. Where the fuck? Oh, I'm going to Palm Springs. When does this come on?
by this weekend?
Yeah, so I'll be in Palm Springs and then Brea. And then I'm also doing a one-man show that I've been working on.
What?
And that's going to be, I will be at Lyric Hyperion next week. And then also the Ice House next week. So I'm always doing shit. Yeah.
How do you write a one-man show?
Yeah.
Well, it's about my life because everyone always asks me about growing up at the Comedy Store and Sam Kinison and MTV. So I figured I'd do it all in a one-man show. So it's basically like it's from my childhood to like right when I made it. So it's like from when I was born to like the early 90s, and then I end it after like I made it, and that's it. And so it opens up with like the heyday, and then it goes back to how it all started. So I mean, I grew up in a very like at the time it's fucking normal.
Yeah.
You know, but the older I've gotten, I look back on it, and I'm like, fuck, Richard Pryor was like in my fucking, basement or.
Wow. It's amazing.
And like, I went to Beverly Hills High School, and Angelina Jolie was there, and like Nicolas Cage and Lenny Kravitz and all this stuff. And
They were your classmates?
well, they were in Beverly Hills High School. We're different ages, yeah. So, growing up in Beverly Hills, I was friends with a lot of who else was in it?
Cokeheads?
Smokey Robinson's kid. Barry Robinson was my best friend. And
Oh shit.
so all these like weird things that occurred. So I tell all these kind of silly stories about, the whole thing, yeah. So
Yeah. Because it's normalized to you. It's just every day.
But at the time it was normal, but I'm older and I look back because I perform a lot in the Midwest. Like a lot of my fans are like, people in the middle of the country. So like in the last 25 years, that's what I've been doing. I've been like touring all over America. So like, they're just fucking people that talk like that, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. It's fucking hilarious. But they're cool, They're cool and they're sweet. People have a stereo. You know what I mean? A lot of people in like liberal markets, like our market in New York, have stereotypical. With Donald Trump, they have like a very stereotypical of what they think of white people in the middle of the country. And and it's kind of like they have that same stereotypical of LA. And like it's kind of like I went to Saudi Arabia about a month ago and I did some shows there and I got off the fucking plane. It looked like ISIS. Physically, like everyone's in turbans, all the chicks wear burqas.
AK-47s and shit.
Yeah, dude. And I'm like fucking scared. Yeah. But then once you get to know them, they're just normal people.
They're like Biodome and shit, right?
No, they're not
They're like,
that.
can I have your
great.
autograph?
That'd be great.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Like people are just people. There's good people that are white. There's bad people that are white. There's good people that are black. Bad people. It's like it doesn't really matter.
You mean there's good people with southern accents? Because here you don't hear that a lot.
all serial killers are white though.
Right,
That's
true. That's what I
the
hear.
common denominator. Yeah.
I did want to ask you though, like if you could give advice to your childhood self, what would you say? Because like growing up in that environment, it's not something a normal kid grows up in. And it kind of just makes me think about my own son. So I have an 11-year-old and he's obviously not like at your caliber
But
at
he's
all.
growing up in
But
this, yeah.
he is growing up in
fame.
the public eye. Like, at his school, he'll have older kids be fans of us and like give them stuff and like just treat him very differently. So I struggle a lot with like how to help him cope with that because it's a completely different type of childhood than what I had.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have the answer. I really
But
don't.
what
Like for your own, I guess.
Though, because
Excuse me, what?
Isn't it different though? Because you grew up with other celebrities' kids too. So in that environment, like it's almost normal with everyone.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
normal.
that's
Yeah.
Because where Isaac's growing up is like,
He's not at a Beverly Hills type school, you mean?
no, it's just a regular suburb,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So,
True.
Well, my suggestion: get off of fucking YouTube. Stop being so famous.
yeah,
You know what I mean? What do you want?
It's my job.
She's thinking of herself.
I know.
But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. You know, I don't have an answer. I'm not I'm not Dr. Phil. So.
No, I mean, I guess I'm not looking for an answer for my kid, but just
guide
for
us.
your own childhood. Like, was there anything you wish you would have known, or you could have told yourself?
Or maybe even something that you wish your parents did, like to help. I don't know, equalize or make it normalize it or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I'm okay. You know, I think I wound up okay, and you know, I'm not a drug addict. I'm not like I'm a pretty honest. I'm a pretty honest guy, and my life's pretty cool. I don't know. I've made some good choices. I made some bad choices, like everyone else.
Did your mom grow up in Hollywood area too?
No, my mom was from Wisconsin.
Oh.
Yeah, my dad was from Chicago. My parents met like in the 50s.
Oh wow.
My dad and mom just passed away. Like my dad passed away it was like about 4 or 5 months ago, and my mom passed away what was that, I don't know, 2 years ago. But they were older, and they met. My dad was a comedian. He met my mom in Wisconsin. He was performing, and then they had sex and got pregnant. And my oldest brother Scott I think he's 67.
Whoa.
Yeah. So. They're from the Midwest. My parents are from the Midwest, so.
And then they just came out and decided, let's open up a store, the Comedy Store.
It just kind of happened.
That's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
because my dad was performing, and then there was this guy named Frank Senes who owned the Comedy Store land, or the land where the Comedy Store is, and he asked my dad if he wanted to start a comedy club. And then my dad was like, yeah, let's do it. And then, and then my mom came up with the name, and it just kind of
That's awesome.
developed into the 70s. So
Yeah.
it's she started in 1972. Wow. So it's fucking crazy, dude. It's gonna be
That place is
50. It's gonna be
magic.
50 years,
That's
You know what I
so
mean?
cool.
What's one of the craziest
mom's
things that's
awesome.
happened there?
a lot of shit, dude. Bobby
know.
Lee's fucking penis. Fucking.
He's gotten his ass beat there.
Yeah.
Is there like?
Oh, because of Ari Shafir.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Didn't Ari put shit on his fucking windshield or some shit? I don't know, right? I don't know. I don't want to give out all the stories. It's just, it's a magical place. It's I call it the Emerald City for comedians.
Are you still heavily involved with it?
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I'm one of the owners, and I don't know. My mom gave it to me and my brother, so.
What's crazy is that place just churns out so much talent. Like even now, like you see the lineup, you just have the top comics just always there. And it's so accessible for us. We could just go there anytime and just watch. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's it's a magical place, and she set it up that way. So that's how it is.
Is there a lot of tribalism there? I remember.
Excuse me?
Like tribalism there?
Tribalism?
Yeah, where it's like, because I did UCB, and I remember we all hated the IO kids, and the IO kids hated the UCB kids, and some people did intermingle
Oh, like
between
do
the
y'all
both.
battle with the Laugh Factory? Or
Yeah,
something?
like improv. Is there any of
Yeah.
that shit going on?
I don't think so. Not anymore. I think like every comic plays all the clubs. At the end of the day, it's not how it was. But that's a good question. That's how it was back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, because my mom would develop the comedians, and she would help them, and then all of a sudden, if you worked another club, she was kind of pissed.
Yeah.
Because she helped you, and you know what I mean? And she'd be like, why the fuck are you going there when I just helped you there? So it was, but then the comics argument was like, yo, I got to get on stage. So it was always, it was always kind of weird like that.
That's like the Joan Rivers, Johnny Carson thing. Where she got her own show, and he's like, fuck you, I'm never talking to you again.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I think now, it's kind of like a free-for-all. You'll watch Dalia on the store, and then I'll go to the Laugh Factory Improv, mixes it up. So I don't know. People want to get on stage, right?
Yeah. But this was like before social media, right? Because so people were kind of residents of the of each comedy club, and then they had their own place to go because people had to go there to see their comedy.
Yeah, it's different now.
Yeah.
And plus, like, you talk about the lines and all that stuff, like how crowded it is. It's like, you know, all these comics have such big social media followings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like back in the day, you know, if you know whoever was performing, you couldn't just do a tweet and all of a sudden
People
A
show
bunch of
up.
people
show up. It's like,
Yeah.
but you know, you just put it on the social, everyone boom, and then all of a sudden everyone shows up. You know what I mean? So it's a different time. You know, that's why. You know, I enjoyed the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, it's fucking dope. I mean,
You're
for
a fan?
me, I don't know about you guys. You guys are younger, so you weren't really around, you know, in the 70s and 80s, so you didn't experience that time
it was really
here.
nostalgic.
Yeah, it was like, you know, if you want to see a good documentary, if you're into film, check out Kid Stays in the Picture, which is with Robert Evans. Robert Evans used to run Paramount Pictures, and he was like this really awesome like producer. He produced all these fucking crazy movies, The Godfather and Rosemary's Baby, and all these like fucking crazy movies like in the 70s that like, you know, like even you look at the Oscars back then as opposed to now.
Yeah.
Like back when I was growing up, the Oscars like to me really meant something. It was like, holy fuck, Billy Crystal's hosting and everyone would gather around. And now like people rather be on their Instagram, you know, or on YouTube than watch the next, you know, who won the best, you know, this. Everyone's just split. And I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it is what it is.
It's just a different time.
It's like times they are changing. It's like the Bob Dylan song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just happy for me. I was able to experience those eras.
Yeah.
You know, that era. You know, because it's not like that anymore. You know, I mean, look at poor Kevin Hart, right? He wanted to host the Oscars, and they dug into his Twitter.
Crazy.
That was so stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they found like, oh, he said this and that, and it's just like, you know, the whole, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get into it, but the whole thing is just like, people are very sensitive now.
Big time.
Yeah, and it's like,
We don't allow sensitive ass bitches on
No,
this
we
channel.
don't.
That's
We
not
don't.
allowed. No.
yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like,
for sure.
Oh, the whole Louis thing's crazy to me too. I can't believe that he's persona non grata.
him, yeah. They
Yeah, we
ousted-
belong to a safe space of fucked uppery in this channel.
Yes, we do.
A fucktopia?
Fucked up, yeah, fucked uppery.
Yeah.
You know, we keep fuck alive here.
If you guys say some fucked up shit on here, no one's gonna cancel your YouTube channel. I mean, look at,
they tried. They tried.
if you say some shit, really?
They canceled mine. They canceled
They
mine.
canceled his.
1.2 million subscribers. I can't make videos anymore, basically.
Fuck, dude, really?
Yeah.
I mean, look at Roseanne.
Yeah.
I mean, like, fuck, dude. She's got to be freaking out because she was like, you know, she had a rough time, dude, in the last 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Like, she was, you know, in the 80s, she was boom, boom, boom. And then, you know, she had her run. And then she finally got another shot. And then at night, she was on Ambien or some shit. And she said some, and then they just pulled it.
Yeah.
And the drug company made fun of her.
In the what?
Shit.
That
Did you see that?
the drug
Ambien made
company,
fun
yeah.
of her. They tweeted, "Hey, racism is not a side effect of our drug or whatever." And it's like, dude, that is the most fucked up shit I can think of. Like,
But it's, you know, it's just, you know, I think, you know, I don't know. It's just, it's fucked up.
It's just
yeah.
a fuck
What are you gonna do? All right, next question.
Do you try to be careful then because you know how? the climate is?
I always, but I could feel it, you know, when I'm on stage, because I always, with my stuff, because my stuff is very much trained up. I mean, even Chris Rock said that, like, my style is like this. You know, that's why I have my podcast, Random Rants, which is just me going like this. I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna go, but I always feel like when you go to the edge, and I always pull back. You know what I mean? I just do. That should
You just feel the edge is closing in on you.
Excuse me?
You feel like the edge is closing in on you a little bit.
a little bit, but I've never been that guy. You know what I mean? I've never been that comic that's gone over. You know what I mean? I'm not like that dirty. Like Dice Clay was always like.
He was
You know what
pretty
I mean?
crazy.
Like he was pretty gnarly when he hit. So that was never my style. My style was always kind of like to the edge, but never, because I'm not that guy. That's not who I am. You know, but I like to go to the edge. It's fun. You know.
You walk that line.
but when you're thinking of that, are you thinking of Pauly Shore the brand, or are you thinking of just your personal?
My feeling as a performer. You know what I mean? As a performer, you know, that's just kind of like where I go. You know, right? Yeah. But it's, you know, it is what it is. What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, you got to be who you are.
Yeah.
No sensitive ass bitches on his channel.
That's why I got banned.
You really did.
I mean, I basically got demonetized, but yeah, it's the same shit.